Pikes Peak International Hill Climb.
And David Donner comes across the stripe there and goes third quick overall with a 4:01.117, and now that sets the benchmark for the unlimited category that De Gasperi is also a part of. And as we move our way down the list, it's Simone Faggioli that is now on course in a 2018 Nova Proto NPO1. And these are popular in some grassroots and amateur racing series around the country. But again, I think for a hill climb application, they're actually pretty well suited. They've got tons of downforce, they're very lightweight, and we'll see what Faggioli's got for this run. I think this was a car that, whoa, big lateral slip there. That was a big moment for De Gasperi on the charge up the hill. You could hear the tires at work there. But Simone Faggioli running for his second year in the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, previously ran in 2018.
And actually a teammate of Diego De Gasperi, with him being a rookie. I'm sure they've talked to each other and given out advice and what to do with the car racing up Pikes Peak currently. Up next will be Robin Shute in the Unlimited with a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro, a crowd favorite.
Oh, yes. And again, I've seen this car that Robin Shute is driving. If your folks are familiar with Road America, it's a big racetrack. Cars go very fast. You know, you watch IndyCar there or something, the top speeds on the front straightaway about 185, 190 miles an hour. This car trapped speed over 200 on the front straightaway at Road America last year at a Grid Life event. So we know that car is incredibly capable of high top speeds. It's got a ton of downforce. You put a multi-time King of the Mountain champion like Robin Shute behind the wheel, you're bound to be very successful. De Gasperi across the line, and he's going to go second overall and first in Unlimited, 3:45.183, and beats out David Donner in the Unlimited class for now. There's still a handful of cars coming their way. And off and away, Robin Shute chasing Simone Faggioli up the mountain. And this car unleashing that massive V8 under the hood of this car. And again, yes, it says Camaro. There's not a lot left of it underneath that car at this point. But again, Robin Shute driving a very different machine than he has in the past. Going back to Faggioli again, though, that NPO1 is an EMAP Motors 3-liter V6 engine, gasoline powered, but it is turbocharged. And this is a car that I think could be the fastest on the hill so far. And we should take note of that because Section 1 for Faggioli, 125.773. Is this car destined to knock off Romain Dumas off the top of the scoring pylon? It looks that way. That is going to be wild. Again, we expected Dumas to maybe be the favorite had we had the full course where that electric propulsion would have been beneficial and where Faggioli's car would lose time. But let's see. I mean, just listen to that thing shift, too. It's unbelievable. Faggioli could be a driver that dethrones reigning champ, reigning king of the mountain, Romain Dumas, and Ford Performance. But Romain Dumas currently is on the top step, and he's with Texas Dave at the finish line. Dave, let's chat with him.
Romain Dumas, 3 minutes, 42 seconds in your third iteration of this Ford Performance vehicle. How was it today?
Well, the run was good. I have to say, unfortunately, you know, doesn't have the second and third sector for us is it's a little bit a shame because it's where normally we gain time to the other small prototype who I think will beat us today, but the mountain decide, we can say like that, we are winning the class, that's the most important. But for sure, we can be a little bit disappointed about this story here. But it's like that, it's not in our hand, let's say like that.
The rest of the week was really promising. How did that look for you guys with this car?
Well, it looks very good. I mean, the car was working very, very fast. I mean, Ford Performance made a terrible job. I mean, this car is just so fast, you know, and we for sure had not an easy week with the weather, you know, as you saw, everybody were a little bit on stress with the weather. But, you know, at the end, it's the same for everybody, but I think it's a great future on this car, definitely. For sure, it's much more complex than the previous one, so we have to tune it a little bit better. But it's like that, you know, it's a little bit frustrating for sure for all the work we've done, you know, for this sector 2 and 3, who are normally our advantage, but it's like this.
Yeah, sounds like Simone just got the overall lead by a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a surprise, but it's like that.
We'll see you back next year, we hope.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Roman.
Thanks, Dave. And yeah, again, we just heard Dave pass along the news that Simone Faggioli, 337, 196, goes to the top of the board, and not by a little bit, about 5 seconds clear, which is crazy to me. You see the unlimited in the scoring pylon category, maybe not a surprise, but as even Dumas said, not a surprise. But I think everyone was kind of looking at those two cars as maybe being on more level footing had they had the full length of the mountain today. So a new fast time to chase.